Hello and welcome to another commentary gameplay here. So we are watching the locals in the OP09 format here at the ManaTemple, and we have Blackbeard up against Purple Luffy. So I'm really excited for this one. We tuned in a little bit late. I think now it's the Purple Luffy's turn here. So we see a leader swing here, 5k into the Blackbeard's life. Then we see the Luffy Taro swing for 8, triggering a This Is My Age search event, checking the top 3 and finding a Jesus Burgess here, trashing the remaining 2. And then we see a Bond Clay and also another Sanji blocker here hitting the field. Just 2 bodies that can swing, right? Now back to the Blackbeard player's turn. So now, what does he do? Probably plays a big 10 drop, I would imagine. But let's see. So he has at 2 life, right? So there's, looks like he's swinging here 6k. Okay, and there we see the Von Orker together with the finger pistol clearing the Luffy Taro here. Okay, so it looks like there was a 6 stun attached to the Blackbeard, right? So this means there was a 11k swing that was countered with the Sanji. And then we used the Blackbeard effect, trashing a 10 cost here to then play down or lock down the opponent with the on-place effect, right? So now back to the Purple Luffy player here. Let's see what he's going to do. So he has 10 down available. He can swing with the Bone Clay here. So there's potential for maybe some 7k swings here to pressure the Blackbeard's life, right? So it looks like he's starting off with a 6k swing here into life. This one got taken here by the Blackbeard player. There we see 7k swing, which also got taken here. And then he just placed down another Luffy Taro here for 7. No effect used, right? Because of the Blackbeard negating all on-play effects. And then he's leaving 1 don up for some defensive power here. Probably for some Gum Giant, I would imagine, right? So let's see. Now we see a 5k swing here. I think this was a 5k swing into the was it into Bond Clay or was it into life, right? Let's see. So the Purple Luffy player is still deciding what to do there. I think it was a 5k swing into life, I would imagine. Or was it into Bond Clay? I can't quite see. If you saw where this one went, please let me know in the comments below. So yeah. Okay, there was a 5k swing into the bond clay. So 5k into a 1k body. There is the debate whether or not you want to protect this body. And it looks like, yeah, he's playing the Gum Gum Giant here. Trashing 1 card. Returns 2 Don there. To draw 2 additional cards. And then he also needs to counter out with 1k there. And now he swings 6k with the Von Augur here. I think now we see a 10 cost here hitting the field, locking up the Luffy-Taro, and also negating the leader effect, which doesn't matter at all, right? And then, yeah, we see the nice wanted card there. So now back to the Luffy player, right? Okay, so now back to the Luffy player, which is now, yeah, just swinging with a big 14k swing here, and then we see the martial teacher blocking this hit, and back to the Blackbeard side. So I think now we are in a kind of a stalemate, right? So every time the Blackbeard player is playing at 10 cost, I think we just see the same turn here, right? Just a 14k swing. So I think this game is pretty much locked up, I would say, here for Michael there on the left side. But let's see what he's doing here. So now we see just another 10 cost here hitting the field, locking at the Luffy so he can attack, also indicating the, yeah, leader effect here. And now back to the purple Luffy side here. So I think you just do the same, I would say, right? Just swing 14k again, forcing a block there probably, right? Yeah. So this is what you see here. So now we see a block with the TH, and he's using a 2k and a 1k to get out of this attack. And I think now, yeah, I think the purple Luffy player is in trouble. Because now we could see all dons being attached to swing really big here. So maybe we see a 11k with the leader, 6 don there, or maybe a 10k swing with the Von Augur first. Then 11 with the leader, and then a 12 with the Blackbeard. Yeah, but it looks like I think the purple Luffy can get out of a 10k swing here. So starting off with a 7k swing here into the purple Luffy's life. So now I'm wondering, okay, he's countering out here with the Gum Gum Giant. And then he's also trashing 1 card here, drawing 2 more, returning 2 dons. And to get out of this 7k swing here. So still 8 don up for the Blackbeard player, right? And there we see a 4 don being attached to the Von Augur. No, just 3, so 9k swing into the purple Luffy life here. Probably you have to take this one. So let's see. Yeah, so he's taking this one, and then we see another big swing here. And then we just see, yeah, the scoop, because there was no blocker in the hand here for the for the Blackbeard player. So this means that purple Luffy can just swing with everything he has and win the game. So yeah, purple Luffy won the first round here of the locals up against Blackbeard. And yeah, I think if we would have saw like another jump blocker, like a small one, right, this would maybe be yeah, turn the shifts into the Blackbeard's favor, but I think it was just lacking a little bit of defensive power there. So yeah, Purple Luffy won this match. And now we are waiting for round number 2 to start, right? Maybe I will do some other gameplay commentary. Let's see what I can do to fill a bit the time in between. And for everybody that just tuned in, I will also upload all the videos on my YouTube channel as a VOD to rewatch. So feel free to check out my socials. You can check them in my profile. There will be a link to all the socials like YouTube, etc. So feel free to check it out if you're not already done, right? Okay, so in the meantime, I will just do some sim gameplay here, right? While we wait for the next round to set up. Okay, so in the meantime, I will just do some sim gameplay here, right? While we wait for the next round to set up. Okay, so in the meantime, I will just do some sim gameplay here, right? Next round. Okay, so just using the RP Luffy deck because I think it's a super fun deck, right? Just to ramp into your big buddies and yeah, just makes a lot of fun to play. I think this here is something we could keep. We have the Sorrow Troll here as a ramp option, right? And also a big new gate there. So let's see what the ace here is doing. So we're just passing it over in our first turn here. Not playing anything down. And yeah, there was just a ISO play down to grab the Flame Emperor. So we just swing 6 here. And then play down the Sorrow Juro on our next turn. And then just pass it back to him. There we see a 6k swing. I think the first swing we just take, just to have some more options available. And now back to us. So we start off with a 5k swing here with the Sorrow Juro. Ramp another down. He's using then the event to buff his leader to a 6k here to get out of this attack. And now is the question 6. So next turn we could play the... so I think we just swing with a big 9k here. And then we just play down the 2 Namis just as a searcher to find some stuff. And looks like the next round here is starting up shortly. I think the players are getting ready here. So I think we then switch over to the featured match and table here, right? So let's see. Okay, so we are back. So now the second round here will start shortly. So the players are getting ready and shuffling up. So there we have Erhan on the left up against Tim here on the right. And Erhan is playing the black-yellow Luffy deck, while Tim is using the purple Luffy we also saw on round 1, right? So yeah, I'm really curious to see how this one plays out. I think if the purple Luffy player can establish some big bodies, this will be a huge benefit for him, right? To then maybe rush the black-yellow Luffy down before he's able to use his leader effect in Awaken, right? So I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. So right now we are in round number 2 here. And yeah, let's see. Okay, so it looks like the black Luffy player went first, didn't play anything as first. No, he went second. So the purple Luffy player started right, now plays on their first turn. Then he's using the leader effect to ram another Dawn, takes a life, and plays down the beautiful treasure rare Sorrow True here. Checking the top 5 for a Straw Hat card, finding the Sanji as a 7 cost for the new OP09. And he takes it and then, yeah. Back to the black Luffy player. So there we see a 5k swing, which got... No, it was counted out right with the use of 2k there. Then a Kuzan was played. And then back to the purple Luffy player. So he used his leader effect to ramp up to 7 Dawn. Placed the Sanji down to rest the Kuzan. And then clears it off the field here with his leader. And back to the black Luffy side. So he's ditching a Dawn. Swings 6 here. Into the purple Luffy player. And then using the Fist Luffy here as his choice of character for turn. Is debating whether or not to use the leader effect, but he decides not to use it. Now back to the purple Luffy player. Now entering, I think, 8 Dawn, right? He could use also leader effect to go up to 9 to maybe play a secret rare Luffy down. But let's see. Maybe he just plays another Luffy Taro down. I think that's the perfect start here. So there we see Luffy Taro removing 1 Dawn to play down the Sangoro. And I think now it's looking pretty tough here for the black Luffy player, right? Because next turn there are a lot of swings incoming. And yeah, there we see a Gecko Moria for Kuzan and a Monkey D. Garb search here. Drawing him another card, also gets a search off here. So now let's see how this one goes, right? So now, yeah, back to the purple Luffy player here, right? I think now we see a lot of swings incoming. I think he will maybe start with a 7k here with the Sangoro to draw himself another card, right? I would imagine he will do this. And I think he will just swing really big. Okay, he's starting with a 6k swing here. I think it's an easy 2k card there. Not quite sure why I didn't swing with a 7 here and applied some more pressure, right? Maybe he has some other plans. Next up we see a 7k Sanji swing here. Okay, so he's countering out with a 2k and a 1k here. Then he will probably use the 8k Luffy Taro here. I mean, it could also indicate that he is playing a Secret Rare Luffy down here as his character of choice. Or maybe he has a... Nah, I don't think that he will remove his whole board, right? Just a 5k swing with the leader, 6k swing with the Zorochuro here. This one will be taken, and then we see an 8k swing here with the Luffy Taro. So now Erhan has to decide whether or not to take this life or to counter out, right? The question is, will he take it or not? Okay, and then we see a Lin here being played to trash one card from hand and then return the Kusan here to the bottom live. So this makes it a little bit harder here for the Black Luffy player to use his Awaken effect here, right? But let's see how he is navigating this one. So now I'm curious to see how this one plays out. Okay, so he's starting off with a Charlotte Flampe here. Drawing a card and also taking the life. He's then using the Fist Luffy's effect to get down to 0 life and drawing another card. But now he's not able to play another Gecko Moria and use his leader effect, right? So now we have to see some cards in his hand being used to buff his leader up. So now I'm curious to see how he is approaching this, right? Okay, so there we see a 8k swing here into the Sangoro. This one will be taken down. So Sangoro is down. Now he is using some Don here with the Gecko Moria. Okay, there we see a 10k swing into the Sanji, which will also be taken care of. Now he puts 2 Don under his leader. Probably use some babies here to buff his leader and then maybe swings really big into the Luffy Taro. Could be a option. But let's see how he is approaching this. Okay, there we see a 2 Don being attached to his leader. Now going through his options there, right? So 2, 4, 6 Don remains. Okay, so he's playing down, yeah, the baby Luffy first, using his leader effect, playing a Rocket Luffy and a Sabo into his life. So he buffs his leader up to his 7k body, attaches all Don, so this means a big 2, 4, 6, so 11, 13k swing into Luffy Taro, which got knocked out there in the challenge, right? So now Tim is in a rough spot, right? He just lost all his buddies there, right? So everything was cleared. Also the Rocket Luffy was used to then take advantage of the Zorochuro, right? So yeah, I think maybe it would be better the last turn, right, where he has 5 attacks and Erhan had no blocker up and just 2 life, just to pressure with a little bit more aggressive power, right? Instead of playing the defensive Lin there. I think I would have liked some 9k swings in the last turn, right? Maybe starting off with a 7k, then some 9k to really get Erhan down in cards in hand, right? I think I would have, yeah, much rather like this approach because he had, I think, the perfect board with, I think, Zorochuro into the Sanji, into a Luffy Taro, into a Sanji. But I think now it looks a little bit tough here for Tim on right side. So let's see what he is able to do here. So he is at 10 Don, right? So he's all the options available. Maybe he has a 10 cost Secret Luffy in his hand here as an option. But let's see. So now Tim is still thinking about his options here. What to use. 10 Don available. The opponent's Black Yellow Luffy sits at 7k strength here, right? He has 1 life up. So even if there would be a 10 cost, there's no way you can clear and win the game, right? And yeah, there we see a nice alt art Secret by Luffy, right? Returning 1 Don. Drawing Tim another card. Also gaining Rush here. And yeah, now he is probably attacking into the... I would imagine he's attacking into the Fist Luffy maybe? No, he's attacking into life. Bottom decking the Sabo. I think it's also another... Yeah, okay. Move there. Maybe, I like it. Then we see another 9k swing here with the Gecko Moria. And then he's playing on another Gecko Moria. Bring back a Sabo and a Kusan, it looks like, right? And we see the leader effect being used there, right? Yeah, okay, now I'm back. It looks like I had some technical issues here. I think the Wi-Fi went down real quick. I'm sorry for that. Hope we can continue here. So, what have you missed? There was the Gecko Moria plate. Then there was the leader effect used, playing down the Sabo. So now the leader is at 7k. And then we saw some swings here into the life of the Black Yellow Luffy player, right? So this is everything that happened there. So now let's see how this one resolves. So now back to the purple Luffy side. He is starting off with a Sanji here. So Sanji resting down the blocker Sabo. Then we see a 10k swing here into a 7k Black Yellow Luffy leader here. So now Erhan is deciding how to yeah, counter out here, right? So we have some big swings incoming. Okay, 10k, he will let the life go. And then we see a big swing here with the child linen, 4 down being attached, and then 13k swing. And yeah, he has to counter out with everything, right? And then we just see a 7k Sanji take it down. I think that's it, right? I can't quite see all the counters in hand. I think it was not enough, right? I think Tim takes the victory here and wins this match here. So looks like Purple Luffy won in the end, right? So congratulations to Tim here for the victory over the Black Luffy player. I think, yeah, definitely a interesting match in the OP09 meta. So, yeah, definitely something to rewatch, because I think there was also a time in the match where Tim could have gone a little bit more aggressive, right? Where he had a board with 5 swing available. So yeah, there was the option to just attack a little bit more aggressive, baiting out some cards from Erhan, maybe also winning right at this spot. But yeah, he decided for the more passive road and established a big Lin, which now at the end cleared all cards in hand here for Erhan and taking the win. So well played here by both players, and I think now we are going into a short break and we'll be back with round number 3 shortly. And I think I will just do some sim gameplay in the meantime, just to kill a little bit the downtime here. Could also be that the round 3 will be happening soon, because the timer here is at 0. So I think there won't be a big break here. We just can start immediately into the next round, right? So let's see. I think, yeah, the pairings for round 3 are up. So let me quickly update the round counter there, right? Okay, so we are back here with round number 3, where we have blue Doflamingo on the left up against purple Luffy on the right. So Tim against Kevin here. I think the name has to be updated, but that doesn't bother us here. Okay, so it looks like the Doflamingo player went first, played the buggy down, and then stacked his top 3, passing it back to the purple Luffy, which just passed back. So now we see 2 down being attached to the Doflamingo. He then swings 7 and brings down the Gecko Moria. Not something you want to see there, especially not in the early game, right? So now back to Tim here on the purple Luffy side. So there we see a Bond Clay being played down, Remnant on. Then he swings 7 into the Gecko Moria, clearing this off the field, passing it back to Doflamingo here. Now entering his 5 Don turn. So now let's see what he's doing here. Starts off with the Martial Teach here. 3 down left to work with. He then swings 5k with the buggy, but then he can't use the leader effect here, right? So now what does he do? Okay, so it looks like he is using the Martial Teach effect, stacks something on top, swings 9k into life, summons out the Trafalgar Law and bouncing back the buggy and also the Bond Clay here. So Tim is able to take the life here, and he could play down another Bond Clay if he wants to ramp another Don. But let's see how he's approaching this. So Tim should be now at, I believe, 7 Don, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it's 8 Don already. So there we see Luffy Taro hitting the field, playing down the Sanji here, right? And then passing it back to Doflamingo. So this is especially a good play against Doflamingo, right? Because the Trafalgar Law can just bounce 4 cost units. So this means that the Sangoro can then stick a little bit longer on the field. Only if your opponent had a Jozu. This would be a way to clear the Sangoro off the field here. Okay, but it looks like, so he played down the buggy there to stack his deck, but I think he is not so quite happy with the outcomes he find there. So now let's see. So he's attacking with the Trafalgar Law here, 7k into life. It had just 2 Don there. So Tim is taking this one, and then we just see a 9k swing, going really aggressive there. Then we see a Gum Gum Giant being used. 2 Don are returned. He also tries the Soho Churo, and then he is discarding also another Bond Clay there as a 1k. And now probably back to Tim here, which sits at 2 life only, right? Starting off with 5k swing here into Trafalgar Law. Then we see a 6k Sangoro swing here. And then he just plays down another Kid here for 5. Has 2 Don up. And now it's back to Kevin's side here on the left. So how do you approach this? I mean, there is the possibility to play, I think, the Jozu down here. So maybe you could play the Jozu, bounce back the buggy to bounce back the Kid into Tim's hand. Then replay the buggy to take a look at your top 3 and then swing with your leader, right? To dwindle him down alive. But he is going for a different route here. He's playing the Boa Hancock down, stacks his top 3. I'm not quite sure if he stacked it on top or to the bottom. but then we see the Martially Teach here effect being used. 2 Don being attached to rest the Don to his leader, so now it's 8k body. And now he's probably swinging 8k here, maybe into the Sangoro, maybe into life. And there we see a Edward Weevil being played out of the leader effect for 1. Drawing Kevin another card. This was into life. And Tim is taking this life, and then he's playing down the Child Pudding. And wow, this was really a great pudding. All those resources gone. All those cards shuffled back into the deck from Tim's side. So yeah, this was a really clutch pudding there. Moving all his options away and just giving him 5 random cards there. So let's see. Back to Tim's side. Now at 9 Don, if I'm not mistaken, right? 7, yeah, should be 9. There was no Gungun Giant used. So he's starting off with the Sangoro swing here, 6k into life. Drawing another card. Filling up his hand to 7 cards there. No, it was a 6k swing into the Edward Weevil. Okay, so Edward Weevil is gone. Then we see a 5k swing here into the Doflamingo Live. Then we see 8k Luffy Taro swing. Now is the question, do you play down the Secret by Luffy? Yeah, I think you definitely should do this. You go back to 8, you remember active Don with your kit effect, right? And you also... Okay, he's deciding for a different option here. He's playing down the Zorochuro, grabbing him another Gungun Giant. I don't mind that at all, right? I think that's also a good way to have some additional defensive power options available to him. And now we see for 4 he's playing another Onami blocker here, trashing a Useless Captain Kit 1k to draw 2 more cards. And I think now Tim's hand is stacked again with a lot of cards there. So let's see, maybe Kevin has the opportunity to play maybe another Trafalgar Law, bounce back the Child Pudding, and then just replay it. And then, yeah, get away or get rid of all the cards that Tim accumulated the last turn. But it doesn't look like it. He's starting off with a 7k swing here. And probably we see a counter out here. So there we see a 2k and a 1k used to get out of this attack here, right? And then we see just a 6k swing here with the Doflamingo leader. Another 2k used. And then he is using the Jozu to bounce back the Buggy 2k and also bounce back the Sangoro here from Tim's side. And then we see a pass back to the Purple Luffy player. So now back at 10 Don. And I think he's just... Okay, he's going 5k here into the pudding. Then we see 6k swing into life. Countering with a 2k of the Doffy side. Another 8k swing with the Luffy Taro. Will be taken here by Kevin. And just another 10k swing here, right? So he is just returning 1 Don, getting it active, drawing another card. And I think he just leaves 2 Don open here for defensive power. And also this one is being taken here by the Doflamingo side. So now let's see if he's able to clear all the cards here in Tim's hand. I think he has enough defensive power. But let's see. I mean, the Gravity Plate Raging Tiger would be a good option here, right? To clear off both blockers on Tim's side. I think if you don't have this available, I think it will be a little bit tough there. He also has a Law in hand, so maybe it's best you play the Law down to bounce back the Onami. And there we see Tim wisely choosing the Onami first as a blocker here, just to be safe and not waste any defensive power there. I think you should have played the Bounce Law first as the Doflamingo player, getting back the Onami into Tim's hand, right? And then just swing really big there. But let's see. I think it doesn't look too good here for Kevin on the left. I think this board of Tim is just too impressive to deal with. A lot of big swings incoming next turn. And I think here there's at least one Gum Giant. I think there are also two available if I'm not mistaken. And there's also the possibility to draw into another Gum Giant there. So now we see a 9k swing. He's using uses Captain Kid there as a blocker. So now is the question, how do you swing here? So 7 Don left. So you could play the Perfume, buffing your leader up by 2k, right? Then use Martial Teacher's effect to get these 2 rested Don. That's what we see here. So it's now a 7k body. So this means now 5 Don left to work with. And I think there we just see a handshake, right? I think it's just enough defensive power there from Tim. And yeah, I think there's no way he can get through, right? There's just so much defensive power here. And he also draws into another 2 and 1k. So yeah, I think the draws for the draws of the Doflamingo player were just a little bit not the yellow from the egg, I would say. So yeah, definitely a kind of a bummer, because I think if you draw into some gym base and fill up the board, right, then it will be tough for the Purple Luffy player to use his leader effect to ramp down and also establish some bodies, right? But I think the lack of Jinbei in this turn or in this game showed us that there's always some luck involved, right? And so Purple Luffy is winning this round number 3 here up against Blue Doflamingo. And I'm not quite sure if this was the last round or is there another round, right? But we will just wait and see if there will be a round 4. So yeah, congratulations there to Tim here on the right for the win in this round number 3 up against Blue Flamingo. And I would say I will do just some sim gameplay in the meantime, just to kill a little bit the downtime here in between, right? So let me just get some settings up here really quick, right? One moment. Just setting up all the stuff here, right? Okay, so now let me get this here straight. So we are just waiting for the next round to start, right? So I will just covering the downtime in between here. So let's me just do some settings here, and then we will start with some gameplay. Just to kill a little bit the waiting time here in between, right? Okay, so let's get just some games here. Right now I'm preferring the red purple Luffy deck. I think this one is a real fun deck to use, right? I would say let's get some Shanks game incoming. Yeah, so there was the comment before, right, to see some Shanks, and I think this is a perfect hand, right? We have a Zoro Juri here to ramp up, and also a Nami Searcher first turn and some big drops here, so we keep this hand here definitely. And let's see how this one plays out. So it looks like the Shanks is just passing it over to us. We will just use the Nami here in our first turn. And we will take the Usohachi, the only target we have, bottom deck the remaining cards and just pass it back to him, right? Nothing else to do here. So next turn we will swing 7 with our leader and then play down the Sorojuro. Hope he is not able to clear it off, right? Because it's crucial for us to be able to ramp another Don with him. I mean, now when we go second, it's not that much of a deal, right? Because we are also on the odd curve. So there we see a 6k swing. I think the 6k swing we just take. The first one I usually just take to see some more outs there, right? So let's swing 7 here. And then we swing or just play down the Sorojuro there, right? Let's see, he is not. Okay, just did some quick change there. So now let's see what he is doing there. Use the leader effect and also count it out, right? And then we just use the Sorojuro there. Hope he will get a swing out the next turn, right? To ramp us one turn further. But here we see a mark hitting the field. He's then using the Sanji and getting a 7k swing here incoming. I think we just use a 2k Franosuke here to get out of this attack here. And then we just draw into a Gungam Giant. That's pretty nice to have, right? So what do we do now here? I think we... This one is... I think we just swing with a 6k here into the Sanji, just to clear it off the field. Because now he would have to use the leader effect and also another 2k there. And I think I'm just fine keeping all the cards here, right? We are at 7, next time we are at 9, could go to 10. So I think we just swing here with 8k. I think he will take it, right? Let's swing with a 9k here just in case we leave one Don open if we need it, but I think he will definitely take a 9k there. Yeah, and then we pass it back to him. So now let's see. So for everybody that tuned in, we just finished the round number 3 here of the locals. We are waiting for a next round to start. So that's why we are playing some sim here, just to kill a little bit the downtime in between, right? So yeah. There we see a 6k swing into our Sorojuro. We let this one go. No need to counter out there, right? And yeah. 7 Don could be a Ben Beckman turn, but I think if you would play the Ben Beckman, then you would rather swing with the Marco into life, right? So I doubt that there is a Ben Beckman happening. We just see a podcast the ace and he passes back, right? Interesting play here, definitely. So now is the question, we could... I think I would rather establish a Edward Newgate and just swing here 8. He probably used the Red Hawk. There we see the leader effect utilized and probably uses the Red Hawk, I would imagine, to get out of this attack. because there will be turns where he has no done up and it wouldn't make sense to keep it. Okay, he has a 0 cost event. Trashes a monkey D dragon here. Okay, then we just pass. Ah, yeah. I did a mistake here, right? I forgot our leader ability because I could have rammed another active Don and yeah, would then have the Gungum Giant up. I don't think it matters too much, right? Because now he's only 1 Don up, so it's only a 7k swing. But yeah, there are times where this could have mattered, right? So now what do we do? I think we just swing really big with what we have. So I think we do a 9 cost Secret Reluffy. We minus a Don, we could get back a Don. So let's swing 7 first here with our leader. He is reducing the Edward Newgate here. So I would say we, yeah, let's just swing 6 with him. I mean, just 6k with Edward Newgate is really, really funny. But I mean, it's 1 2k, right? 1 2k less to worry about. So now we use the Secret Reluffy, we return it on. We don't do this. Now we use our leader effect and then we swing 10k into his life. So we just are the aggressor now in this game and passing it back to him. So now let's see what he's doing there. Drops a 10 cost Shanks down. So there we see a 6k swing. That's an easy 1k counter there. Another 1k swing. We counter out this. And I think then this one can attack. Here we have an 8k swing. Now is the question. So we definitely want to preserve our big bodies here, right? There would be a 12k swing into a 9k body. So even if we would use the Gungun Giant here, we can still get out of a potential 12k into our bodies, right? So with this in mind, we use the Gungun Giant here because we have no disadvantage here, right? We just get these 2 done back, so we trash the Nami. We buff ourselves by 4k. We draw into 2 more cards and passing it back. And now if he swings 12 into one of our bodies, we just use 2 2ks. And I think that's what he should do, definitely. So now that's what we see here, 12k into 9k. And now we use a 2k and a 2k to get out of his attack comfortably. And now I think we are definitely in the driver's seat here, right? Just the leader effect, no Don up. I think there's an easy 9k swing here. So I think there he has to definitely counter with a lot if he wants to get out of this attack there. So he takes it, and then I think we can just, attach everything we have to our Secret Rare Luffy, right? And just swing with an 18k into the Shanks. And this should wrap it up pretty much. Yeah, and that's game 1 here. So if you have any suggestions which leader you want to see in this downtime where we wait until the next round, please leave a comment below and then I will take a look and then do it. Let's switch up the deck. Let's use maybe the Shanks ourselves or maybe Smoker. Yeah, let's go with a Smoker just to see who we face. Okay, so now we're still waiting for the next round to start. But let's see. So we find another Shanks here. And I think this hand it's interesting. I think it's okay to tough decision. I don't want to discard to Tashigi there. We go first. So maybe it's best to mulligan this away. Yeah, I think this one is much better. So we can play this then Goku here. Let's discard the Borza and the Tsuru. Drawing 3 cards and then just passing it back here. So now, yeah. We just play some games and wait until the round number 4 is starting. Right now we are in between the rounds of the local, so that's what we wait there. So now, what do we do here? Could play down the stage for 1. We could maybe swing 7 with the leader. Maybe we swing with a... Yeah, let's use the leader effect and then let's just swing with a 7k here. Okay, he takes this one. And I think now we use the stage and then just placing Goku down, trashing Kuzan and the Tashigi here. And now passing it back to him. Just to see some more cards of our deck, right? There we have a 5k swing. Let's see. Let's take this one. Okay, and now back to us. Okay, so we found our first Gecko here. I would say we do trash this Lucky Rouge, right? But then we are not able to attack there at all. What is the other option? The other option would be to -1, 2, 3. This doesn't kill him. So I think, yeah, we just deploy the Tashigi and then we trash this one and just pass it back, right? Because we can't, I mean, we could attack. I mean, maybe we should have attacked. Maybe he doesn't use his leader effect. I think this was maybe a slight mistake here from our side here. Maybe we should have, yeah, attacked first with our leader and then play the Tashigi here. So there we have a 6k swing into our life. No 2k in hand, so I think we definitely take this one here. Okay, another Rebecca. I think now is the time to play one of these Rebecca down, I would say, right? This is an interesting decision. I think we maybe play the Tashigi. We then could bring back a Tashigi here. Play the Brook. We could -1, 2, 3. All options are not looking that pretty to me. So maybe we just start off with a 7k. Yeah, let's go with a 7k swing here into his life. So he's blocking it and then trashing the Tashigi. And I think then we just swing with an 8 here. And just play down the Rebecca, grabbing back a Tashigi, playing the Brook and get rid of one of these Utahs. Just passing it back to him. So now let's see. Next turn we definitely can block with the Rebecca. So then our Gecko could then bring back the Rebecca, the Tsuru, and then maybe a Brook combination, right? With the Ice Edge, we have access to kill the 8-cost rally here. And I think that's, he's definitely attacking here the Brook. Let me quickly do the math. So we have 2, 3, yeah, should be enough. So let's let this one go. 5k to us. I think we definitely counter out, right? This is one of the weaker attacks here. Now back to us. So now we will clear the Utah here. Oh no, the Sengoku is just a 1k here, okay. I thought it would be a 2k. So are we able to clear it off without an Ice Age? I don't think so, right? This is just 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I think we have to use the Ice Age there. So let's start off maybe with a 5k swing into the Utah. Because in life, yeah. I don't think that he will let us attack the life, right? So that's not an option. Let's Ice Age this here. And let's also use this here. And then we play the Gecko Moria for Rebecca Tsuru. Tsuru -2, and then the Rebecca brings back the Brook. Plays the Brook down. Let's overplay one of the... No, I think we have to get rid of the Tsuru here, yeah. Just to have the Tsuru back in our trash. And now back to him. So he is playing down the Edward Newgate, also plays down the Red Force. I think he then gets rid of the Rebecca. Interesting. Swings 7 into our Brook. That's fine for me. And now pass back to us. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Hashigi, this is -4, -5, -6. So that's not quite a KO here onto the Newgate. So 1, 2. I think we have to Ice Age again. The other question would be to 1, 2, 3. The other question, what we also could do is play the -1, -2, then Rebecca for Brook -3, so 4 down left, and then 5 down we play the Tashigi, right? So 1 Smoker, 4 Rebecca, 5 Tashigi, and Tashigi could then clear the Newgate. I think this is what we do, right? So let's do like this. So Smoker is the last thing we want to do, so now we do the Rebecca here, right? Bring back the Brook, playing the Brook down, -1 this here. Then we play the Tashigi. Over is then Gog here, and then we use our leader, -1, so we get the buff. Now we trash this, and now we swing 7 and 9k with our Gecko Moria here, right? And then we just swing with a big 9k here. And then we pass it back to him. So yeah, now we're passing it back to him. And I think now we have this game pretty much in the bag, I would say, right? So there we see a Rayleigh hitting the field, getting rid of our Rebecca. Then we see a 5k swing into 1k brook. We don't, yeah, use any counter there, right? Okay. So I think we could just clear the Rayleigh here again with the combination of Ice Age, Gecko Moria. So I think the best solution here would be just to swing maybe just with a 9k. Let's swing with a 9k first. We probably use a Red Hawk, KOs our Tashigi. No, he's using the leader effect and also 2Ks here. I think now we are using the Ice Age here. We use the stage. We then Gecko Moria into a Rebecca into a Tsuru, and then we win this one. Perfect. Nice. So let's see what else we could play for the next match, right? So we played Red Purple Luffy, we played some Smoker. Maybe we do play some Shanks. Let's get some Shanks games going. So right now we are still waiting for the round number 4 to start, right? And that's why we are doing some games here to kill a little bit the time in between. So let's go second, just because Blackbeard wants to go second, right? Let's mulligan this away. And I think this one looks much better. I think Gold Roger is just a, yeah, really good card to have, right? I think this one auto wins the Blackbeard matchup because you just pressure for life. And then he can't use any blocker when you drop the Roger down, right? So we literally got this game already in the bag, right? Let's just take this here. Find another 2k here. And now I would say we just swing 5. Then we play the Lucky Rouge. We use the Zanji. And just swing with a 7k here. Already going down 2 lives, right? Our goal is just to get him down to 0 life as quick as possible, because then our Gold Roger can finish the game. So there we saw a liberation clearing of our Lucky Rouge. Now we see a 5k swing here. And I think I will use our leader Haki here, and then we probably use a Otama to get out of this attack here. Because next turn we just want to apply a little bit of pressure, right? I think so what do we do here? I think we swing for 7 with the leader, we play a Zanji, we use the Zanji's effect, and we leave 2 down open for a Gum Red Hawk, I would say, right? I think that is a aggressive strategy here. So let's start off with a 7k swing here. Then we play another Zanji down. We use the other Zanji's effect, attacking him again for 7k. And I think now we just leave 2 down open for one of these Red Hawks. Hopefully we can utilize this, right? But let's see. So he is then using the Von Orgo here together with the Q to get rid of one of the Sanjis, taking us for 6. So I think we can use the leader effect, doesn't matter. And then we will KO the, let's see, I think we will KO the... I mean, Doq would be another card draw for him, right? Do we want him to draw another card? Yeah, let's KO the Doq here. And then protecting our Sanji here. So let's see. Now back to us. We draw a card. So now we are at 7 Don. We can't use any trash effect here, right? So I think we just swing with all we have. Maybe 5. Maybe we just swing. That's interesting. Maybe we swing with a 9k here. I mean, this will definitely cost him some cards there, right? And he's counting out with 2 2ks and also 1k. And maybe I would just swing with another 7k here, right? I think he's probably also countering out there. Yeah, that's what we see here. 3 1ks used, and then we just pass it back to him. So now is the question. He's at 9 Don, so he's not able to play his 10 drop already. So that's what we... Okay, and now I think we just let the Sanji go, right? Then we see 7k swing. Let's use our leader effect and also use a 2k here. And then he's using the black hole, so no on play allowed here for us, right? And I think, what do we do now? I think if we play down the Shanks, this would reduce the power of this here. Yeah, I think we could just swing 5 here into his face. And then we just swing with a big Shanks here. And he takes it, and then, yeah, he was pricked. And we win the game here. I mean, otherwise, I think even with the Shanks, he was not able to clear us, right? And next turn, we could then play the Gold Roger for a win. So, easy win there. And I think it looks like the next round is starting. The players are seating up, right? So let me switch back to the table here real quick. I think this is the last round, number 4, that we see here. So let me close this here real quick. Get all these settings back. Okay, so now we are here. Okay, so it looks like we are approaching the last round, number 4 here. So now I'm pretty excited for this one. So we see Tim again. I think we saw him quite often today, but he played this purple Luffy deck really well, right? And it's against Blue Doflamingo again. So the same matchup we saw the last round. Now let's see if maybe the Blue Doflamingo deck is able to draw a little bit better, right? I'm really excited for this match here. So let's see. Okay. So the players are shuffling up, making themselves ready. And then we will start shortly here with round number 4, which is the last one, right? There we see a dice roll. Couldn't quite saw who's winning there, but we will see it in a second there, right? So now they are setting up. Looks like Tim keeping his hand. So he is pretty confident with the cards he drawn off his first setup phase there. Okay, so there we see the fist bump. Players are starting. Looks like Purple Luffy went first, so I think he definitely won the dice roll there, right? Let me remove the description here. And yeah, Doflamingo is starting off with a Perona, so I think definitely a better first turn play than we saw in round number 3 there. So let's see if we see a better match here for the Doflamingo side, right? And then we see, I think, the first Perona bottom deck the cards, and now we see another Perona here stacking the top 5. So yeah, Doflamingo player already seeing 10 cards off the top of his deck here. So this is exactly what you want to see as a Doflamingo player, to be able to stack the deck in any order you like. Prepare your next turns. And there we see a finish of the search, and now he is passing it back to the Purple Luffy side to the right. So Tim going to his second turn, 3 done available, so we could use the leader effect there. So he swings 5 here into Doflamingo. He's countering out with a 1k Trafalgar Law. Then we use the leader effect, taking 1 life and also ramping another active Don to be able to play down a 4 cost, even though he went first, right? Grabbing himself a 2 cost Usohachi there with the Zorojo search effect. Take a look at the top 5 and then reveal a Straw Hat card type and put it into your hand. Back to Doflamingo, now at his 4 Don turn. So maybe could be a 7, maybe an 8k swing. No, it's a 7k swing here. Plays out the Edward Weevil from the top of his deck, triggering the on play, draws another card. Tim maybe eyeing up countering out. Yeah, there we see a Usohachi and a Captain Kid used to stay at 4 life and stay healthy, right? 1 Don left here for Doflamingo. Could be maybe a Sengoku Surge on another Perona. It looks like he's playing the Sengoku, so that means that all the Peronas stack of the first turns are now gone. And he's finding himself another Boa Hancock there. So, yeah. Putting this to the hand and then back to Tim here. Now entering his 6th turn. So I think he will then use the leader effect again. Rams to 7. And here we see an 8k swing here into Edward Weevil. So he's really aggressively going for board there. I think it's a really good move. But I think he's also lacking maybe a Luffy Turo play. Or maybe is valuing board control more. Then we see 5k swing here with the leader. So no counter use there from Arkiv's side. And then he's playing down, he uses Captain Kid as a defensive option there. As a blocker. And also maybe he's delaying the Luffy Taro turn 1 turn right. To stay healthy with the Dons. And I mean now there's just some 2k searcher here on Arkiv's side, so nothing too much to worry about, right? So he's now at 6 done, right? He starts off with a Buggy here. So Buggy is not the perfect searcher there, right? Just a top 3 stack. Puts it to the back to his deck. Another downside on Buggy is that you have to put the cards on top, right? There's no either or, so it's definitely a weaker version as a Perona regarding the stacking of the top deck, but on the other side it's a 2k card, 2k counter, and also a 7 Warlord of the C character, right, which is searchable with the Sengoku and also recoverable with the Gecko Moria. So now 5 Dons to work with here for Arkiv. Maybe we see a 7k swing here with leader, yeah. Maybe he swing more. Okay, so there we see 7k here into life. I think this will be a Captain Kid block together with a 2k, I would imagine. Then we see a Jimbei being found here off the top. And then he's playing down the Boa Hancock. So, okay, it will be a 8k swing here together with the Boa Hancock, right? Now he's able to get a little bit deeper into his deck. I think 1 card, right? So he saw the first 3 cards with the Buggy, played down the Jimbei from top of the deck, and now the Boa can get him 1 card deeper into his deck. And with the Boa he has the option to also put them at the bottom of the deck. And I think it looks like he put the cards to the bottom of the deck. So could be indicating that he's now going blind for the next turns there. Then we see another Martially Teach here, hitting the field for his remaining 2 Don. So now the board of Arkiv definitely looks a little bit more oppressive than the last turn. What is Tim doing on his side? So he is now, I think at 9 Don, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, yeah, should be 9 Don available to him. So there's the option maybe for Luffy Taro, or maybe he plays the Secret Rare Luffy. Going back to 8 and then Rams another active Don. But he starts off with a 5k swing here with his leader into the Jinbei there. And there we see a 1k used here from Arkiv. And then he's attacking with another 6k here into the Jinbei. Really want to pressure the board here. And then we see Tim here using the Secret Rare Luffy to go with another 10k swing here at the Jinbei. So he had 9 Don, right? He returned 1 Don and then he get back 1 active Don because of the uses Captain Kid blocker effect. So that's why he didn't return it and just put it active. So now Tim still has some defensive options available with a Gum Gum Giant, I would suggest. And let's see what Arkiv is doing here, right? So now at 8 Don, and there we see a Gravity Blade Raging Tiger bottom decking both the Captain Kid and the Surujuru, right? So returning both of these to the bottom of his deck. Only one Don available, but together with the Martially Teach, Archive could still swing with a 7k here and also triggering the leader effect, right? And also prepping something from his hand to top of his deck to then summon it out with the leader effect, right? And also swing with a 7k into a 2 life purple Luffy there. So let's see, yeah, that's what we see here. He's using the Martial Teach effect, putting 2 rested on 2 Doflamingos, then swing 7, using the leader effect, plays down another Boa Hancock, so this will be a big 8k swing, but I think 8k is a perfect number to use a Gum Giant, right? I think that's beautiful because, yeah, Gum Giant buffs you by 4k, and you also return some useless Dons, which you will recover at the start of your next turn, and you also get to draw 2 additional cards there. Okay, interesting, but it looks like he's deciding not to use the Don there, right? This was a clever chosen there, so he stacks the Don to the Boa, and Tim is countering out there with a 2k and a 1k, and then a 7k swing with the Boa was used with the, or counted out with the Gum Giant, trashing 1 Luffy Taro there, returning to Don, drawing 2 more cards, but now back to his side, and he's back at 10 Don, right? Because he was at, I think, 9 before, right? No, should be at 9 Don, right? He was at 9, minus 2 Don with the Gum Giant, and so it goes back to 7, now gets 2, so it should be at 9 Don. Yeah, if I'm counting correctly, this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So let's see. I think now the Flamingo player is still healthy, right? Archive still has, I think, 3 life, or is it 4 life? I can't quite see because of the black sleeves there. So he's starting off with a Trafalgar Law Search here, checking the top 4, finding a 2 cost or higher Straw Hat Crew card. So he's finding a Usohachi 2k there. Then we see a 6k swing here into the Boa Hancock. Not wasting any more Dons. So then we see Archive using a 2k. Then the Secret Rare Luffy is using, or yeah, KOing one of the other Boa Hancocks. And then we see for 7 Luffy Taro being played. And then he's also trashing a San Goro there to use the Onami and draw another 2 cards there, right? But now Tim doesn't have any Don up, right? So this means no Gum Giant can be used to get out of some attacks there. So I think now, if you swing with a couple of 7k swings, this will pressure Tim definitely a lot, right? So let's see. Doflamingo now at 10 Don, and what is his option here? I think if you can, you should definitely play the Trafalgar Law to bounce back the Onami blocker here to Tim's hand, that you then can really swing into his life and pressure cards out of his hand. So I think this would be a first priority here for Archive side, if you can find the bounce Trafalgar Law. But let's see. So he's making a pile of 6 and then 4. Maybe he has a Jozo in hand to establish another big body here on board. Let's see. I think the 4 Don he put aside will probably indicate a Law, I would imagine. No. Okay. Looks like he is just going with a big 10k here. Summoning out a Jinbei. And I think this is not... Okay, so Jinbei into Yeah, okay. Jinbei into the Trafalgar Law, bouncing back the Onami, exactly what I mentioned. And then we just see another big 10k swing here. And yeah, Tim is countering out with, I think, 3 2ks there. And yeah. So back to Tim's side here on the right. I mean, there was also the debate whether or not you swing 10k with Didofi first. Maybe you just swing with a 9k first and then you swing a little bit bigger. But yeah, I think in this scenario here, you definitely want to get at least 1 damage and then also some damage here at the cards in hand here for Tim. So now back to Purple Luffy, starting off with 5k swing here into the Jinbei. Can't quite see how many cards Archive has in hand. Doesn't look like too many. I think just 1 card, right? And there we see both swings here. Luffy Taru swing into the Boa Hancock. Both characters are cleared here off the field. And now I think he's just playing it down another Secret Luffy, right? And I think this is the sweet spot where Purple Luffy wants to be. You still have 1 life up. You have 2 big Secret Luffy established. You draw another card with his effect. And you also have the option for a Gum Giant to get out of big swings there, right? So I think you should feel pretty safe as the Purple Luffy player there. So let's see how Archive is navigating this here. I think now it definitely looks a little bit tough here for him. So now he's checking the cards in trash here for Tim, checking how many 2Ks, how many Gum Giants have been used, right? How much counter power is left there in his hand. And from what I can see, I would say that there is definitely still a lot going on there. At least a Gum Giant I can see there, right? Which can cycle out some bricks. And Archive is starting off with a Gecko Moria, bring back the Boa Hancock there. Checking the top 3. Find maybe another 7 Warlords of the Sea character there. And then he could also use the leader effect if he wants to do that. So with the Boa he's able to attach a Rested Dawn. He could then maybe attach another Rested Dawn with the Martially Teach effect. So this would be 8,000. He could attach another Active Dawn and swing for 9. So this would bait out at least the Gum Giant together with another 1k there, right? So let's see. There we see just a 7k swing here into life, playing down the Edward Weevil here, drawing Archive another card, and Tim is using the Gum Giant to cycle out the Zorojuro there to get out of his attack, and also drawing him 2 additional cards. But I think, to be honest, next turn there will be a lot of big swings incoming. Now the question, do you go for live here or do you clear the Edward Weevil here? I also see another Lin here for Tim. So I think the best thing is here that you clear off the Edward Weevil here, right? I think he just showed off some Sanjis he got all together in his hand. So it's a little bit clunked there, right, with 3 Sanjis. And okay, it looks like he is playing only Sanji, resting the Boa Hancock down. So now the Sanji has rush, starting off with an 8k swing here with the Luffy Taru into life. So 2 life left for Archive. Is he able to get out of this? We have 3 Dawn remaining for Tim, a leader swing, 2 Secret Luffy swings, and also Sanji swing. So there will be another 5 and 7, like I think a 7, 8 and 2 10s incoming. So I think you should at least counter out if you can here, but I think this one looks rough. 2 2Ks used to get out of the deck. Then we see 7K swing here with the Sanji. He probably takes this one. Then we see a 10K swing here. And then he's taking the life, ramping another active Dawn, and then we see a 14K swing here with the other Secret Rare Luffy. Taking the game, winning the locals 4-0, beating multiple Doflamingos on his way to victory there. So congratulations to Tim for the win, then also congratulations to Archive, right? So to make it to the finals there, right? And I think Tim, yeah, just saw a lot of good cards there. He could also play a little bit defensive at the end, right? He could also attack into the Edward Weevil, right? And then just swing with the or play down the Charlotte Linen to then put something into life, like the Boa Hancock, recovering his own life, right? And just drag out the game even like longer, one turn, and then next turn he would have another big 9,000 power character with the Charlotte Linen on board. But I think no need to risk it, because I think Archive was low on cards in hand, and that was the reason why he decided to just push there for game. Especially like the Sanji could rest down one of the Boa Hancocks there. And that will wrap it up here. So congratulations to Tim for the win with his purple Luffy deck. And I hope you all enjoyed the live stream here of the locals. For everybody that is listening and don't know me yet, please check out my social links, right? You can find it in my description, profile description. There's a link tree. So all VODs we saw today will be uploaded on YouTube for everybody that just entered and didn't have the chance to watch it from the beginning. So there you can find all videos to rewatch at a later stage. I will probably upload them over the weekend maybe, or maybe next week, let's see. And I hope you have a great evening, enjoy the show, and I hope to see you on the next stream. Just have to figure out when I will be going live next. But I think there will be more streams like that where I will stream some locals and do commentary on them. So stay tuned for more, and I would appreciate if you would leave a follow or a subscription on my YouTube channel. Everything helps out, right? So appreciating all the support, and I wish you all a nice evening, and see you on another stream. But let me maybe just clarify that this was really the last round, not that I'm now going offline and there will be another round. Let me just real quick clarify this. Okay, so there could be, sorry that I already did a goodbye there. So there will probably be another round, possibly, right? Like, I think it depends on if the other match that is playing at table 2, if the other player that is undefeated wins this game, then we will see another round. If not, there will be no remaining round. So I think we just wait it out and see if this will be another stream match. So we just wait until the next round is starting. Maybe I will just do another sim game in the meantime until we have it figured out, right? Yeah, just let's do some more sim gameplay until we know for sure. Okay, so now we just switched here into the sim, right? Just do some testing in between, right? While we wait for the confirmation if there will be another round or not. So if you have any suggestion what we should play, please leave a comment below. And if not, I will just pick a deck from my own, right? I would say let's do maybe a Blackbeard. Or maybe we also use the maybe we use the Doflamingo deck, right? And just do a quick join there. Okay, so let's take a look what we have here. We have some nice cards. I would say we keep this, right? Just because we have a pudding, so we can go really aggressive and just putting away all the cards in the hand of the Marshall the Teach player here. So there we grab the 2K Mihawk, passing it back to him. And yeah, for everybody that tuned in, we are just waiting for the next turn to maybe start, right? So that's why we are playing some sim games here. Just to kill some time in between. And now back to us. No effects allowed. Okay. Let's use the Marshall Teach here. Use the effect to play this on top. And then swing 7. Deploy the Weevil here and then pass it back to him. So yeah, there may be another round that we have a 5k swing. Do we take it or not? Let's take this one. Probably place down cheese Burgess, maybe I would. Or maybe Laboon. So he's using Laboon and the dog Q to get rid of our Weevil there. And also using the leader effect, which is not something we like, right? So I think we will swing. What do we do here? Maybe we just swing here 7. Just revealing a Josu. He letting this one go. Then let's just play down the buggy and then we take the dog Q and pass it back to him. I think this was not that well played, right? We could have maybe get more value out of the martial teach there, but doesn't matter now. So 5k swing here. Maybe we counter out here. Let's use no blocker and use a 2k and a 1k here. Just to protect this teach even further. So then he plays the 1 Augur. And another black hole being used here. Okay. I think we... Let's play down the pudding. We use the teach effect to send the law on top of our deck. Let's then swing with a 5k swing. And just another 5k here. I think we just chill. Pass it over to him. So we are still waiting for maybe a next round to start. And I think as I see the cameras there, they are not leaving yet. So I think there will be a round 5 happening soon. So yeah, this is probably some good news there, right? So the 6k swing we take. Okay, so back to us. I think now we just take him here really hard, I would say, right? Maybe we play another teach here down. Maybe we start with a 3k swing here. Should we just go with a big 5? Let's see if he's taking this. Okay, he's taking it. I think we just swing 7-7. Hi, why are you not playing the most goated deck? What do you mean? What is the most goated deck? Just quickly checking. Sorry, I will go back to the outlook here. Buggy is the most goated deck. Yeah, I can definitely play some Buggy next, right? So we can definitely do that. So there we see 6k swing. Let's take this one. We got a Jimbei, but then we see a Martial Teach here. I think now it looks a little bit rough here for us, right? Not a leader effect used. I will play Buggy after this round for sure. So now what do we do? Should we just swing with a big 14, 15k there? But now what would be the... What if we just do... I think it's tough, right? Maybe we swing... Do we have enough count in hand if he swings? I think we have to establish the Boa Hancock there, right? 11k, I think he just blocks this with the Martial Teach. Yep, and then we just play this here down. And I think we are cooked. I think we are cooked for sure here. There we see a Lafitte Searcher resting himself, check the top 5. And then he swings 7 here, and we can't do anything about it, right? I mean, we could counter out here, but then we have nothing to... Let's take this one. Oh, nice. Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger Trigger. Let's bottom deck the Laboon, right? Just to have another option removed. Maybe we can get back to another win there. Sneaky win. Let's see. Oh no, he's using the stronger 2K there to reduce the cost of our Martial Teach there, and now we don't have another attacker. So now, yeah, maybe we would have, or should have, bottom deck the Doc Q there. And okay, it looks like the players are getting ready. So now we are seeing a round number 5 where we have Purple Luffy up against Blackbeard. So let me switch the scenes here and then get back to the round number 5. So let's close the window here. Let me change the scene really quick, right? So here we are. And yeah, now we are back at round number 5 here. Okay, so the players are setting up, right? Okay, so players are shuffling up. So we have Blackbeard here on the left, up against Purple Luffy here on the right. So let's get some drinks and watch this final round here together, right? Okay, so the players are almost ready, right? Okay, so now players are still shuffling up the deck and we are almost ready to start. So I would say grab yourself some drinks and make it comfortable, right? And then we see how this one goes. I think this one is an interesting matchup, right? Because Blackbeard is able to, shut down some on-play effects there of the Purple Luffy side. So definitely an interesting match to watch, right? Okay, so now we are starting off here. Purple Luffy is going first. Looks like Tim won the dice roll there. Or maybe Blackbeard player wants to go second. But we see a Law Search here in his first turn. Check the top 4 for any Straw Hat Crew cards and put it into your hand, right? Eyeing up the Zoro Juro there. Yeah, so he's grabbing the Zoro Juro, which is a searcher as well, but this one looks for the top 5, right? And then we see a pass back to Flamingo on the other side. So now, what is the Blackbeard player doing here? Maybe plays down a Dog Q. He also got the stage in hand. Could maybe play down the Lafitte, Searcher, and the stage and start filling up his trash. So that's what we see here. For one, he's playing down his stage. So this means that every turn he has the option for a cycling effect, right? And there we see, just another Lafitte Searcher here. And he can also use the stage, right? Discarding one card and then checking the top 3 for any Blackbeard pirate cards. So this is what we see here. So he is, discarding a card there, right? I think it was the finger gun there, right? The finger pistol, yeah. And I couldn't quite saw what he was taking there. And then back to Tim. So he just rammed one Don, attacked 5 here into the life of the Black-white player, and then this was taken, right? And then he just played on the Sorojuro with no effect. Let me just refresh the page here really quick. I think I will let the quality here at this one. Okay, so back to the Black-white player. It looks like he is discarding a jack here with the stage, grabbing a 1 augur here. And what else is he doing? There we see a Jesus Burgess here hitting the field, right? And then we see a pass back here, or like an attack into the purple Luffy, which was taken here by Tim. And back to the Tim side, he is starting off with 5k swing here with his leader, right?